thought I was going to be alone making this video because, well, I'm right by a lake here. Check it out, I guess, if you can. All right. So if you're watching this video, just first of all, if you know me personally and you don't want to know a bunch of personal stuff about me, click off this video. People who grew up with me, future employers, people who know me personally, click off this video. I mean, I thought about everything I was going to say in this video, and I wanted to start off with this because, yes, I'm uploading this to the internet, but it's, I don't know, it's for people that I can reach that I don't know in person, that I can reach via the internet, if you're interested in the topics that I'm about to talk about. But I can't stop anybody from watching it, nor do I really care. It's just if you know me personally or you're a relative of mine or something, and you're just gonna get triggered watching this, just click off the video. Problem solved. All right, that's what I wanted to say. I also wanted to say in this video, if you've been watching my journey, I'm very grateful for the followers that I do have on this channel. Although I realize in the grand scheme of things, it is a very small channel. However, for people who are following this NoFap, abstaining from pornography journey of mine, that's what I'm going to talk about. And I might title this video something kind of clickbaity to get people to click on it. Like I was thinking, the problem with NoFap. So earlier today, again, if you know me, if you don't want personal info, click off this video. But earlier today, I was watching, I guess, my version of porn. I actually haven't watched actual porn, like the stuff that you watch on Pornhub, in quite a while. You know, like somebody having sex with somebody else. It's been stuff that I've told myself is kind of softcore, have you heard the lingerie football league? I watched a game of that. But anyway, just watching this weird stuff online and fantasizing about these women that are dressed very skimpily and kind of letting my imagination go. I was kind of thinking, why is it so hard for me to stop watching this? At the same time, I was kind of realizing NoFap, the whole NoFap movement. If you go online and you look up NoFap, it's abstaining from pornography, abstaining from masturbation, abstaining from that stuff. But it's like saying don't think about a pink elephant. All you're gonna do is think about a pink elephant. Whereas I started thinking today, what do I Jesus, I'm sorry, my thoughts are all over the place. I can't get, I had so much freaking shit to share in this video. Oh my God. I was planning it as I was driving to the spot. And in my head, going through all the points that I wanted to hit in this stupid video. If I could just freaking focus for a second. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned what people are going to think. I'm concerned right now about people watching. I'm concerned that somebody I grew up with is going to stumble across this video, even though I don't use my name in the title, so I don't know how you would find this video. You're the weird one if you found this video and you know me personally. Anyway, okay, so that's out of the way. So yeah, I was watching this lingerie football league game earlier for my own pleasure. You know, women in lingerie playing football. And I was thinking to myself, what am I conditioning my brain to do? I'm conditioning my brain to get turned on, not only by me sitting alone in my room with a computer screen, but also to women who are still clothed with a crowd of people around, but I'm watching, I'm not even part of it, I'm just observing. What do they call that? Voyeurism? And one of the things that guys talk about in the NoFap movement, is they call it porn-induced erectile dysfunction, PIED. And it's when they can't perform, they can't get it up with a real woman, but when they go watch porn, they're totally fine. You know, it's like a young guy whose body is working perfectly fine, but then it's just what he's conditioned to be attracted to. I'm not a virgin. I've had sex. However, I can't help but think that, you know, every time I watch something that's not like actual, that's not me being a part of actual sex, like with my girlfriend in real life, you know, that's not a part of actual sex. What am I conditioning my mind to be stimulated by, to be acclimated to? So here's the whole point that I'm bringing it to, is that I had a lot of trouble and have up until today, and I plan on like switching this or getting better, but sorry, there's a guy on the freaking skateboard like rapping or something outside, doing gestures with his hand, distracting me. Anyway, by like focusing on NoFap, it's just like the pink elephant thing that I was talking about earlier. It's like all you're doing is focusing on this thing, focusing on not doing this thing. But what do you actually want to do? It's like with making money. Let's bring it over to money. Do I want to make money just so I have the number of money? I don't honestly care about the number of money. A number is just a number. Why do I want money? Freedom. I want to be able to go places, get things, travel, be able to provide a life for myself and the people around me. Freedom. That's what I want. So bringing it away from money and like making a living and stuff and doing what you're passionate about, let's bring it back to NoFap. What's the goal? Like, what kind of person do you want to be? You want to be this free person who goes around, climbs mountains, is physically fit. You're gonna have to work out. You want to have money to go live a life of freedom. Okay, you're gonna have to figure out how to make money the best way that you personally can. Maybe that means being a job. Maybe that means doing something that you're really good at and making your own business out of it. Whatever. Maybe that means getting really good with money, investing, making money that way, or getting money that way. And I started thinking, what is the motivation to stop watching porn? Like, I have sex. It's been a while since I've just like not done it, so maybe it could be better, but I don't know. Like, maybe it could be way better if I just stop watching it. Part of me is probably afraid that nothing's gonna happen and it's gonna be a waste of time and I'm just gonna be stressed for no reason. Maybe that's part of this whole NoFap thing, is that fear. So I'm starting to think, like, what do I actually want? Do I want to sit there and think about NoFap, like just not using porn, or do I want to like fill my life with stuff that gives me a better life? Like, do I want to create the life that I want? Do I want to be the person I want to be? Do I want to be unfazed by things? Because I just talked about stress. Well, if I get myself more stressed by not giving myself a coping mechanism to make myself feel better, like instantly, you know, like watching porn does. That's what it does. It's instant feel good. You just feel good instantly. So imagine after a month of me not using that as a coping mechanism, how I'll just have to deal with my own stress. Won't that make me more capable of dealing with stress and fear and anxiety and whatever feelings come up, whatever feelings I'm running away from and coping with by using porn and stimulation? It's also kind of a sneaky bastard, porn use, because, you know, one minute you're like laying on the couch and you're like a little bit bored, feel a little bit anxious, and you're like, I can deal with this. But then you're like, you know what? Nobody's around. I'm not doing anything. I usually go to bed at midnight. It's only 10 p.m. Let me look at some picture of... So let me see if that girl is still on Instagram. Maybe let me see if that girl is still on YouTube. Or that woman is still on YouTube. Let me see if that LFL football game is... the lingerie thing is still on YouTube. Let me go see. Let me just check it out really quick. Oh, cool, it is. Oh, wow, she looks good. Let me click on this. Let me click on that. Let me see what this other thing is. You know, you just end up... It's sneaky. It's so fucking sneaky. So... that's the most difficult part about it, because if you clicked on this video and you do NoFap, oh god, it's time for me to go to work, I'm late. But if you do NoFap and you're like, I totally lost my train of thought. Whatever, I think I made my point. I think I was about to go into, like, if you do NoFap and you're basically, like, it's so sneaky. Do you have to be perfect? I don't think you have to be perfect, but I think you should utilize your time the best of your ability to make the life that you want. So maybe that's the next part of my journey. I don't know what I'm going to title the next videos. I already kind of made my last video like day one, laying in bed, and it's just like day one. I don't know if I'm going to use the words NoFap. I might at the very end and say, like, I made it through 30 days of NoFap, here's how, and then just share my experience. But I'm kind of just being vulnerable right now and saying that, or being honest right now, saying that I don't really know how I'm going to make it or how I'm going to do it, but it's starting to become more clear that I can't just focus on not doing something. I have to focus on doing something, like, in place of it. Or I have to, like I have to want, or I have to be clear on what life I want, and to see if, you know, this whole porn use, fapping thing is going to help me do it. I think 99% of the time, the answer, 99.9% of the time, the answer is no. It's not going to help you. Why would it? Hope you enjoyed this rant.